Okay, we're red and green now. We're okay now. He didn't come out and say we're okay.
He's got to start the live stream.
Okay, let's try this again. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Commissioners meeting for Monday, July 21st. Would you please rise, join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Looks like our next order of business is approval of minutes from our meeting on July 7th.
I will make a motion. We approve the minutes from our regular meeting on July 7th, 2025.
I will second that motion. Having a motion and a second, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes. Presentation of accounts payable vouchers.
Mr. Vice President, I'd like to recommend the claims dated July 9th through July 21st, 2025 be approved without exception.
I'll make the motion to approve as presented.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion passes. Presentation of payroll.
I'd also like to recommend the payroll dated July 18th, 2025 be approved without exception.
So moved.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion passes. Highway, Stewart.
Sorry. Just have a couple of items this morning. The first is County Road 500 East Reconstruction Project right-of-way. We have a single owner, the Crossings Properties LLC, parcel 17, the warranty deed in the amount of $91,137, and two temporary easements, 17A and B, in the amount of $750 for acceptance.
I'll make the motion that we approve for the County Road 500 East Reconstruction Project, the parcel 17 warranty deed and 17A and 17B temporary easement grant.
And I will second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion passes.
Our only other item has to do with the Weedaw School Road reconstruction between 150 East, all of it, 18th to Concord. We have a memorandum of understanding between the City of Lafayette and the county. It has to do with the construction of a main sewer trunk as part of City's 11B utility extension. And what the agreement does is allow the city access for construction of the maintenance and the work that they're doing on the road in our right-of-way, and then cross grants to us a reimbursement from the city to the county of up to $600,000 in roadway reconstruction.
I'll make the motion. We approve this MOU with the City of Lafayette for the Weedaw School Road reconstruction.
And I will second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes.
I'll just note that the Chesapeake Point maintenance bond and acceptance there was an error in the paperwork, and it'll be presented at the next meeting, I'm assuming.
Thank you, Stu. Sadie?
Good morning. My first item is more of a FYI to give ample notice to employees. Health insurance rates for 2026 are increasing. We haven't had an increase in approximately 16 years. So the employee per payroll based on 24 pay periods contribution will be $71.09. Employee spouse will be $181.29. Employee children will be $164.02, and employee family will be $250.35.
Okay, thank you.
And my second item is just asking for the elimination of the third building inspector position as the deputy was selected.
Okay. So, and if I recall, exactly how did that work? We created the position so that he would have time to review
Of the three,
of the
yes.
three to decide which one
Correct.
would move into the new position.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll make the motion, we eliminate one building inspector position as of Path 3.
Second. Having a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes.
Thank you.
Next order of business was going to be the hearing of ordinance 2025-25-CM, a petition to vacate a platted utility and drainage easement. We have all of the paperwork done for that with the exception of one item. Do we have anyone in the audience today that was here for this particular item? Yeah, what is apparently happened in reviewing this, we've determined that there was a requirement for that ordinance to actually be published in the local newspaper, and that did not happen. So our plan is to move this ordinance to our next meeting, the first meeting in August, which I believe, if memory serves me right, is August 4th. But again, all of the paperwork other than that publication were completed, so there shouldn't, and we've got, of course, letters from the abutting homeowners and also from Tippecanoe and the county surveyor, who are all in favor of it. So it looks like we still have to hold the hearing, but it looks like everything else is in line with the exception of the publication, and we do apologize for that.
So we'll be holding the hearing today, right now, or no? And then who will be responsible for doing the advertising? The requester?
No, IC 36-7-3-12C requires the clerk of the legislative body, I believe that would be the auditor in this situation, just to publish notice of the hearing and the ordinance.
Okay.
And then at the next meeting, you can have the hearing. If there are no objections, you can then seek to adopt the ordinance. An ordinance was drafted by the petitioners, and that was forwarded. So the legality and form of the ordinance looks good. It notes, has signature lines for a second reading. I don't know that a second reading will be required. If there's significant approval, then we may be able to have it passed at the next meeting. So we may clean up the ordinance so that it can be passed at one meeting if it doesn't appear that there would be any objections. Otherwise, the statute does require that there is publication in the manner prescribed in IC 5-3-1. It also requires certified mail to each owner abutting the vacated way. That doesn't appear to be an issue here, as both of the owners have signed on to the petition. So it's a formality, but it is one that is required under the statute.
Thank you.
Very good. So we'll be back on the agenda for August 4th, and again, we apologize for the inconvenience. If you wouldn't mind, just could we get you to step to the podium and just identify yourself and your address as well?
Yeah, Tony Hardebeck Development, 2811 Klondike Road, West Lafayette. The clerk's office then is going to file the...
Yeah, the county will take care of the publication. If there are publication costs, the petitioners are required to pay those costs, and we can communicate with you afterwards. But the statute is clear that it's not the petitioner that handles the publication. It is the clerk of the legislative body. In our situation as a county, that tends to be the auditor that handles the publication, or the staff of the auditor. So the statute puts that burden on the county, the cost paid by the petitioner, but there's not a may, it's a shall. So yeah, It has to happen. It's in case there are any other parties out there that might object. You know, sometimes you have a right of way to a park or other area where you have more owners involved. In this situation, it's a kind of an unused drainage utility easement. Tippecanoe signed off, the surveyor signed off. I don't anticipate there would be any objections, but without the publication, you don't cast a wide enough net just to make sure, and then you end up having an issue months down the line that is worse than pushing it out to the next meeting.
Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Tony. Looks like we're grants. Paula?
Mr. Vice President, I need permission to apply for a grant for the Health Department for the fetal infant mortality review to apply for a second safety pin, which is protecting Indiana's newborns. It's a grant to implement programs focused on reducing infant mortality.
I'll make the motion, we grant permission to apply.
Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes.
Next, we have a permission to accept a grant for the Internet Crimes Against Children, which awarded $3,500 from the Indiana State Police to support the ICAC Task Force program.
I will make the motion, we grant permission to accept.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion passes. Next up, appointment of Community Corrections Executive Director. Ben?
Good morning. One of the hats I wear is I'm president of the Tippecanoe County Community Correction Advisory Board. We want to make a recommendation to you guys for the appointment of Mr. Corey George. He comes to us from Wayne County with 25-plus years of service in criminal justice management, community program development, and judicial coordination. He has proven success in fiscal oversight, policy development, and cross-sector collaboration with a focus on trauma-informed practices, grant management, and system innovation. Most recently, he is, I guess still currently, the Chief Probation Officer for the Wayne County Probation Department. He manages personal budgets for the adult probation, juvenile probation, community corrections, in total about 14 budgets there, around $2.3 million. He also prepares and presents annual court-related budgets as well for the Wayne Circuit Court, Superior Courts, 4D Court, Public Defender's Office, and CASA Office, 7 budgets there. He has led the development of pretrial release program, family recovery court, operating while intoxicated program, and a batterer's intervention program. He also directed the merger of community corrections with the probation department in September 2015 with the assistance of the Wayne County Courts, Commissioners, and Community Corrections Advisory Board. On top of that, he also serves on several community boards. I'm just going to name a few of them. As community involvement is key to his who he is. He believes that if he's at the table, then he's not on the menu. So some boards in community engagement, Communities and Schools Board, Commission on Improving the Status of Children, as appointed by the Chief Justice Loretta Rush. He's also the JDI coordinator in Wayne County. The Probation Officer Advisory Board of Indiana, Wayne County Cares Coalition, Justice Reinvestment Advisory Council, the JDAI State Exec Committee, United Way of Whitewater Valley Board, and the Dunn Mental Health Center Board. If you have any questions, Mr. Corey George.
I have one question. Do you ever get to sleep?
On occasion, yes.
Well, we certainly want to welcome you aboard. That is, it's an important position to us. We've been involved in community corrections for a number of years, but I still remember the days before we had work release and some of the other just wonderful programs that we had that allow us alternatives to incarceration. So an important program, and again, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And I'll just add, it is quite impressive when, one of your strong supporters is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and to receive a call from her strongly recommending you was pretty impressive. So, and plus the connections, I've spoke to a former Wayne County Commissioner and spoke very, very highly of you. So everybody just seems to hold you in very high regard. So it's quite an honor to have you here in our community and at Community Corrections, and whatever we could do to help you as you get started, we're here. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I take my role in the community and for the courts very serious, and there's certainly a balance with rehabilitation and community safety, but I look forward to working with Katie and the team and you all in the advisory board. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corey. Do we have any, well, I'm sorry.
So we need to
Go
do a
ahead.
motion.
We need to take action.
All right, I'll make a motion that we appoint Mr. Corey George to the Community Corrections Executive Director position.
And I will second that motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion passes. Do we have any unfinished business to be brought to the board?
I have nothing.
We have reports on file, central mail accounts and payable duplications, the Tip-Mont Windtech fiber project report, and I believe both of those will be available immediately after the meeting in the Commissioner's office across the hall. Any public comment? Seeing none,
Motion to adjourn.
we are adjourned.